In this video, we're going to do another example of the work. Stick around. In the previous episode, we talked about the work, we went through an example, but it's almost like we did it a little too heavy of an example. I'd like to do something a little lighter this time. So let's go through the work, give you another example of how it works and how the process flows. And this time, let's use something a little lighthearted. For example, let's use, should the toilet paper go over or should the toilet paper go under? Now, this is pretty funny to me in a way because I don't have a super high preference, but I've seen people have a very high preference and it's kind of gotten in their way. So this seems like a fun way that we could talk about the work, go through an example, and hopefully not trigger anybody or have any problems that way. Excellent. Here we go. So whatever orientation you particularly have, let's go with that particular orientation. So the toilet paper should always go in my orientation. Let's do that. The toilet paper should always go in my orientation. Is that true? First question. Well, of course it's true. And we always answer yes to honor the subconscious and how we have it. Excellent. So can we absolutely know it to be true? Let's see. So what we're looking for is an example of when the violation of that belief makes sense. So if someone really, really cared, let's say someone had cancer and they really liked it the opposite orientation to us, and this is their house, and I could give them some space, I could give them permission to do whatever they were going to do, yeah, I could do that. So I can't absolutely know this to be true because there's an example of when this is not exactly true. So it's not perfectly true, it's not absolute. I want it to be true, but it's not absolutely true. Excellent, that's all we need to do. So how do you react when you believe this thought, the toilet paper should only be in my orientation? Let's see. Especially if I find it in somebody else in the opposite orientation. Oh my goodness, it's frustrating. It's like, come on, can these people not understand how to put their toilet paper up? Really? Seriously? Come on. And there's frustration. I feel frustration. I feel hurt. I don't know why I feel hurt, but I feel hurt. I feel anger. It's not the way it's supposed to be. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm sad. I don't know what to do. I want to change it. And even worse is if it's in a public restroom and it's not my orientation and I need it to be the opposite orientation and if they locked it so I can't even flip it. Maddening, right? Crazy, pull my hair out. Maddening. Okay. So when we believe this thought, it's painful. It's not pleasant. We're not happy. Things are not going our way. Okay, can you see a reason to drop this thought? I don't enjoy these unpleasant feelings. I don't enjoy feeling this way. I don't enjoy these, what I'm going to call negative feelings. I don't like this. I can see a reason to drop this thought. I know I'm not being asked to drop the thought, but I can see a reason. Excellent. So who would you be if you forgot to believe the thought, the toilet paper should only be in my orientation? And then you saw it in an opposite orientation. Let's see. Well, if I didn't really believe this thought and I saw it, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't feel, like affronted. I wouldn't feel like frustrated. I wouldn't feel hurt. I would just be okay. I would be at peace with myself. I would be at peace with the situation. And then I wouldn't lash out. I wouldn't have to build myself up afterwards. I would be okay in the moment, and all the energy that I would have had to use to build myself up, I would have that energy just to be okay, to be happier. So without this thought, I think I would be happier. I'd be more at peace with myself and less frustrated. Excellent. Okay, so turnaround. The toilet paper should only be in my orientation. Now, one of the things I like to do with these shoulds here is I like to replace the should with does and end it with an okay. So, and you'll understand. So the toilet paper isn't always in my orientation, and that's okay. Well, it wasn't a does, was it? It was an is. So the toilet paper isn't always in my orientation, and that's okay. And it shouldn't always be in my orientation. And that's true because I don't want people to control me, so I don't want to control other people. So if I can allow them their orientation, I can have my personal orientation, and then that can be okay. Yeah, I think that does it. So now if through that process something else came up, so for example, you had an experience when you were a child and you got yelled at for putting it in the wrong way, that'd be the perfect opportunity to go back and do, I should have known better. I should have, they shouldn't have yelled at me. Whatever it is that triggers you or brings up the pain, go ahead and do the work on those particular ones. And keep going down that rabbit hole until you get to the bottom of it. Do the work on that root, then do the work on all the ones all the way back up. You'll find that it's very powerful that way, to go down and up and get all. When you get to the root, you know it, because your brain changes immediately. So that does it for this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed this very lighthearted, for some of us, belief, and we'll see you in the next episode.